I'm fine. It's a phrase that often carries more of a chill than a drafty window in the middle of winter. Does that sound familiar? You walk into a room and can practically feel the tension in the air, even if it's a beautiful day outside. Your partner is clattering dishes a little louder than usual or giving you one-word answers. But the moment you ask what's wrong, they flash a polite, almost mechanical smile. Everything's great, or you're just imagining things. This isn't just a bad mood or a personality quirk. This is passive aggression, a slow-acting, silent poison that erodes trust and intimacy far more effectively than an open argument ever could. When we yell, we're at least acknowledging the problem. But when we retreat into hidden aggression, we're burying our relationship alive under layers of things left unsaid. Today, we're going to look at why we choose this destructive path and how to clear this silent killer out of your home for good. First, let's learn to recognize the enemy, because passive aggression is a master of disguise. It has many faces. There's the sarcasm that hits you right in your soft spots, but is wrapped in a just kidding bow. Oh, look at you. The smartest person in the room. Must be nice. There's strategic forgetfulness, where a partner forgets to do the one thing you've asked for 3 times, subconsciously punishing you for the request. There's sabotage and lateness. They agree to a plan, but do everything to make sure it doesn't happen or gets ruined. And of course, there's the silent treatment, the ultimate punishment, where you're ignored until you're practically begging for forgiveness for a mistake you can't even name. The main red flag here is the massive gap between words and actions. On paper, they're agreeing with you, but their entire demeanor is a flat-out protest. So why do we do this? Nobody is born wanting to be snarky or manipulative. The first and most common reason is a paralyzing fear of rejection. Deep down, a person might believe that if they show their anger directly, they'll be abandoned or shut down in return. Perhaps, as a child, expressing dissatisfaction led to being ignored or being told, "You're not my child when you act like this." Passive aggression became their only way to push back. The second reason is simply a habit from childhood. If expressing anger was forbidden in your family, and your parents used heavy sighs and days of silence instead of talking, you simply never learned another language. Healthy communication, expressing feelings without hurting others, to reach a solution, takes practice and experience. Ideally, we learn this by watching our family, but unfortunately, that isn't always the case. The third reason is a deep, stinging shame about having needs. We feel like wanting something for ourselves is selfish or weak. It feels safer to let a biting joke fly and stay invulnerable than to admit, "I really need your attention right now," or "I'm afraid you'll lose interest in me. Help me feel secure." Here, sarcasm serves as a shield. We're attacking, but we're staying in the safe zone. So, what if you recognize yourself in this description? The good news is that passive aggression is a habit, and habits can be changed. The first and hardest step is catching yourself in the act. The moment a sharp comment starts to boil up, stop for 5 seconds and ask yourself, what am I actually feeling right now? Am I angry? Hurt? Do I feel lonely? Then ask yourself, why am I afraid to just say that? Starting an honest dialogue is a risk, but it's the only path to real warmth. Try an honesty formula. Look, I'm feeling really frustrated right now, and my instinct is to shut down. But the truth is, it's just really important to me that you hear me. It sounds scary and unnatural at first. It makes you vulnerable. But it's through that vulnerability that intimacy returns. Keep in mind that if passive aggression has been the primary mode of communication for years, even after one partner changes their style, the other needs time to adapt. They have to unlearn old patterns, and that takes effort. Don't expect your partner to immediately respond with perfect mindfulness. They'll likely be in shock at first. Only with time will they be able to formulate a clear, conscious response to keep the dialogue going. Until then, have a little patience. But what if the aggressor is your partner? Living with someone like that is like walking through a minefield in a thick fog. The biggest mistake you can make is to play their game, to start making excuses, trying to guess what's wrong, or attacking back. That only feeds the conflict. Your job is to bring what's hidden into the light. Don't ask, what are you mad about? You'll just get the standard, nothing. Instead, speak about facts and your own feelings. I see that you're giving me one-word answers and avoiding eye contact. It feels like there's a wall between us, and it makes me feel anxious. I'm ready to talk about the problem whenever you're ready to be direct with me, without the sarcasm. Don't try to force them out of their shell if they've locked themselves in, but make it clear that the rules of the game have changed. You're no longer going to decode their riddles or guess what they're thinking. You're giving them back the responsibility for their own feelings. Relationships aren't a game of chess where you have to outsmart your opponent to stay safe. They're the one place where we should finally be able to take off the armor. Passive aggression is a heavy, cold suit of mail that makes it impossible to truly experience joy or closeness. Let's start taking those pieces off right now. Tell me in the comments, what phrase or action from your partner feels like passive aggression to you? Or maybe you've caught yourself wanting to punish someone with silence. Let's have an honest conversation about these silent killers of intimacy in the comments, because once something is named and brought into the light, it loses its power over us. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our breakdowns. This is where we learn to build relationships where it isn't scary to be yourself.